Hello and welcome to ValueChain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lawal with the news. And on the ValueChain TV News Update, President Bola Tinubu has faulted the recent protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC). Tinubu, who stated this at the unveiling of Phase 1 of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line at Ikeja Station, declared that NLC was not the voice of Nigerians and should contest in the 2027 general election if it was interested in joining the electoral process. He explained that the labor union has gone on strike 4 times within his 9 months in government and that he is aware of the complaints being made over the economic challenges in the country. President Bola Tinubu urged Nigerians to persevere, pledging that the nation will soon be out of the economic problems. Stakeholders at the just concluded Nigeria International Energy Summit have identified technology as a crucial enabler of energy independence for developing economies. Managing Director of Schneider Electric Limited, Mr. Ajibola Akindele, during a conclusion panel session at the summit, raised concerns about persistent grid collapse while addressing the persistent grid collapse and advocated for smart technology implementation to enhance energy reliability. In her submission, the Managing Director of News Engineering Limited, Lady Josephine Nwaize, declared Nigerians' heavy reliance on imports from Western countries. She noted that this is impacting production costs and hindering progress in the energy sector. Nwaize called on federal governments to channel resources towards domestic manufacturing of solar panel and related equipment to boost national capacity and reduce dependency on foreign imports. Meanwhile, the 5-day event came to a close with consensus among organizers, participants, and stakeholders on the pursuit of energy security and the pivotal role of technological innovations. In his closing remarks, Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Petroleum Resources and representative of Ministers of State, Oil, and that of Gas Resources, Honorable Agbo Ella, also acknowledged President Bola Tinubu for his steadfast support and visionary leadership in advancing the energy sector. Chief Executive of Brevity Anderson and Event Director of NIES, Dr. James Shindi, also expressed gratitude to the Ministry of Petroleum and the government for their support. President Bola Tinubu has directed cement manufacturers to go back to the old price of the commodity. Minister of Works David Umahi told journalists during an inspection tour at Boa Cement Factory in Sokoto that cement manufacturers are to abide by the directive of the President. Umahi noted that these will enable the federal government achieve its mass housing program and the renewed hope agenda of building concrete roads in the country. Minister inaugurates NCDMB Governing Council pledges to increase local content achievements. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Senator Eniken Lokwebiri, has inaugurated the 4th Governing Council of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB. In a statement by the board's corporate communications, the board stated that members of the new NCDMB Council were first announced by President Bola Tinubu last year, and they will be chaired by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Senator Eniken Lokwebiri, while the Executive Secretary of NCDMB, Engineer Felix Omotsala Obi, will serve as the Secretary General of the Council. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu has urged Nigerians to remain patient with the current power situation, promising to find a lasting solution to it. In a statement signed by his media aide Bolaji Tunji, the minister, who was speaking during a forum of commissioners of energy in Nigeria, added that efforts are being put in place to address the challenges in the sector. Adaobi Egujiofo completes the report.
The minister encouraged state governments to take advantage of the new Electricity Act to get involved in providing electricity in their states. Adelabu drew attention to Abia State, where Geometrics Power Limited has established a 188 megawatts power generating plant supplying power to about 7 to 8 local government areas in the state. He added that the federal government has acquired about 10 mobile power substations that could be moved to places cases where there are challenges or disruptions due to faults on the substation. Adelabu further revealed that the ministry has done enough diagnosis, knows the cause of the problems, and is now at the implementation stage. For Value Chain TV, Adelbi Ogwejo reporting.
Water, they say, is life and has remained nearly as free as the air we breathe. That is no longer true, as the current economic challenge has also taken away water from the common man. Supply of drinking water is no longer a public utility, since water vendors called Merua began to fill the gap in providing water to Nigerians at their doorsteps for domestic use. The gradual growth of commercial water supply has led to the setting up of water plants by many individuals, providing employment opportunities while meeting the drinking water needs of Nigerians. Today, the rising price of sachet water, popularly called pure water in Nigeria, has become an issue of great concern, as sachet is now sold for 50 naira, as food vendors have also settled for selling drinking water as a separate item to food customers. Value Chain TV spoke with a cross-section of Nigerians on this concern. The report.
So you have labor, you understand, but labor is supposed to do something where everybody keep quiet. Not be only pure water. Okay, see pure water, one pure water now 15 naira, 300 naira. You understand? If you enter market now, full stop, see everything high. If you buy something today, you go tomorrow, the thing don't add money. You understand, ba? So the thing they touch me, I be engineer, you understand, ba? I be contractor. If I go market, I buy something yesterday, I go today, the thing don't, then tell me another price. You understand? So the thing, what would they collect contract? If you collect contract, if you know use your brain, you go lose.
Now safe is almost 100 naira because most of the pure waters company, what will I even say, they have closed their shop, everything down. They say they cannot even buy the waterproof, the leather that they can produce the pure water. So to even go there to buy water is a problem now. People are suffering in this country. It's like the leaders, they don't want to help people. No masses on this country. So we are pleading on the government. They should do something on this cost of pure water. Everything is almost everything in this country. Even your leg now is problem. So we ask for mercies in this country. Our president should do something on this country.
Reports emerged within the week indicating the federal government's decision to adopt the Steve Oresanya panel report as a measure to ease cost of governance. For another time in the news, the matter is stirring controversies. In this future news commentary, Chad Moses provides us with insight to news twists in the development. The report.
The Stephen Oresanya report is featuring in public discourse again after a recent pronouncement on its possible final implementation by the Tinubu administration. The recommendations of the long-discarded report included the merging, subsuming, and scrapping of agencies with similar functions. It also advocates for the restructuring and rationalization of the federal government's parastatals, commissions, and agencies. The report was submitted in 2012 to former President Goodluck Jonathan administration, after which a white paper was released in 2014 without implementation. Similarly, former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration released another white paper in August 2022 without implementing the report. The current consideration by President Tinubu has been applauded by some observers, even as it is seen to be coming at a time the government desperately desires public goodwill. To put words to action, President Tinubu inaugurated an 8-man committee and mandated them with a 12-week deadline to ensure the necessary legislative amendments and administrative restructuring needed to implement the reforms in an efficient manner. The announcement of the plan of the president has, however, raised controversies. First is the implementation of these reports. Nigerians are asking how soon this report will be implemented, taking into consideration the legislative approvals needed before the report is implemented. Experts have also pointed out clear chances of job loss, administrative hiccups, and other concerns, especially with some of the agencies being proposed for measures having conflicting philosophies. Borno State Governor Umara Zulum is one voice raising early concerns about the proposed merger of the Nigerian Army University with the Nigerian Defense Academy. The recent call of the House of Representatives to the President to thoroughly review the Oransaye report, which it described as outdated, shows that the President's desire for the implementation of the report will be subjected to the test of interest and persuasions of the National Assembly members. Already, the House of Representatives has raised a 23-man committee chaired by House Leader Julius Ihombere to recommend appropriate measures to mitigate the likely fallout of the Oransaye report review. Also, reports that the House of Reps has once again passed the bill to establish the Nigerian Peace Corps, which was earlier passed by the Senate in 2020 alongside the Nigerian Hunters Bill, contradicts the idea about reducing the number of agencies of the federal government as stipulated in the Oransaye report. The House passed the Peace Corps bill for a third reading and will now await the concurrence of the Senate before onward transmission to President Bola Tinubu for assent. Other observers are speculating that these could be another gimmick from the federal government to divert attention of Nigerians from the agony of the economy, with renewed doubt over the implementation as it was in the previous attempt. The question on the lips of many at this time is whether or not this attempt will lead to the final implementation of the Oransaye report, or it will yet become and remain another white paper again. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
And that ends the Value Chain TV news update. I am Kabir Lawal. Thanks for watching.